Kimberly. Welcome to Simply Living in a Small Town. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. It has been literally perfect here. Literally. From my perspective, of course, anyway. But, um, it's typical fall weather we're having for the most part. A little chilly in the morning, like 40 something, 50 something degrees. And that's warming up to in the 70s during the day. So it's been fantastic, and we have been enjoying it so much. So, speaking of that, so sorry. So speaking of that, I have been trying to get things done outside before we get to winter, and I have a whole host of things like projects, okay? Projects, and not just crochet is the point, like projects. So the gate that I was working on at my parents' still isn't completely finished, despite it's functional, but I still need to get back out there to take care of that. My daughter has been on fall break all week, so that's another reason why you haven't seen that much of me. I've been my normal busy stuff, and then, cooking and whatnot for her. So, and of course she's with me all day long. So there's been that, but I am trying to get my yard finished, cleaned up, stuff put up, like packed up for the winter kind of a thing. I mean, obviously we're not too winter yet, but we will be. So give us another, well, by the beginning of December, if not, the end of November normally is when it starts dropping to like 30 degrees, and we're getting the colder weather. So there's some stuff on the back of the building that I'm trying to do. If you've been following along, you know that I live in a 2-story commercial building that was built by my grandpa. And we have been remodeling it. So, there's still a lot. There's still a lot. Because it's like, if you combine like all the small jobs, it's still like a lot. So, and then I kind of have thrown some things in that weren't planned to do at this point. It's going to wait another year. So the back of the building has an overhang from the upstairs door, and you could walk out on it. Well, you used to be. When I was a kid, you could walk out on it. And currently it's literally falling apart. Now, not the joists that run out, the wooden joist, but what was actually put on top of that overhang is falling apart because it's been there since 1955. So no big deal. We were planning to put a deck out there, like a full deck that would run from that like overhang to our driveway, which is probably, yeah, it's about 20 feet altogether. So the little small part that I'm talking about, I was sitting out there one day recently, and I decided, like, I need more projects, y'all. But I decided I am going to go ahead and redo the deck that's over the downstairs back door. So, I mean, I have a lot of the stuff to do that. So it's going to be minimal cost, and then I'm going to be the one doing the work. So I'm really, truly excited about it. So I got started on that today. So again, that's why you haven't seen as much of me. I'm trying to tackle the things outside that need to be done and basically take advantage of the weather. And I can't stand it, y'all. I was inside most of yesterday, and it I was extremely tired. I sat in here and I crocheted, and I say that this was after my daughter and I actually went to lunch with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law for my birthday, which was really sweet. So after that, after we ate with them and that, I came home and I was just wiped out. So I sat in here. I really thought I would fall asleep right here in my chair. And I sat here instead and just crocheted. And then I kind of got a little more awake. So I just continued to sit here and crochet, which I really needed that yesterday. But I was sitting here and I'm looking outside, and I like when it is beautiful out and perfect like that, I just want to be outside. I really do. So, but I have these projects that have to be like, my husband and I have like a list of things, that we've talked about, that these are things that have to be tackled before winter comes on. So we have several things we're doing. And then I added this deck thing into it, which is that's just something I'm doing on my own, not with him. But nonetheless, we both agreed we have this, we have like half a dozen things that really have to be done before winter to make things better for us. So, and the building. So anyway, enough of my talk. I apologize for all that if you just wanted to see crochet. So, I have been, crocheting here and there of a day. And again, if you've been watching me, you know that I like to really, when I get up in the morning, I like to have something to sit here and just work on a little bit in the morning while I'm sitting and drinking my coffee and watching YouTube videos. So anyway, one of the things that I have been working on, I just started this. So there's not much, but it's a hat, and hats don't take very long. So I started on this Sunday. I just need to sit back down with it like shortly. Actually, probably tomorrow, most likely, but we'll see. We'll see it, hopefully. So this is all I have so far. Of course, this is the top of the hat. And this is just for my daughter. So I will insert a picture up here. That is what I am trying to make it look like. Now, she wants this hat for Halloween. She has planned to be this character called Uzi from a show called Murder Drones. And most or all of you have probably never heard of that. And I hadn't either till my daughter introduced me. But there's a character in it she wants to be for Halloween, which is fine. So if you saw the picture, you see that it is a gray and black hat. And it appears like knitted, even though, this is like, I want to say a cartoon, but I know that's not the actual correct. My daughter would correct me on that. But at any rate, but nonetheless, that hat has a knitted look to it. So I found a Bag O' Day crochet pattern, just another, simple hat pattern. She has, y'all, so many, and because she's got like 1,500 videos, like tutorial videos, now, or something like that. So she has a pattern for almost everything, or tutorial. So I just looked up one of hers, and I can't even remember what it is, but of course I will put it in the description box, so if you want to check it out. But it is really basic with single crochet, and I purposely chose that because I'm trying to give, that the hat would have kind of the knitted effect look, even though obviously it's not going to look exactly like a knitted hat because it's not knit, it's crochet. So I've been trying to get this hat started for a couple of weeks, and my daughter's been getting on me because she's, when are you going to do my hat? You know, Halloween is going to be here and you won't even have my hat done. And of course I would have it done, you know, no matter what. If I had to stay up late to do it or whatever, the day before even, I would have it done. But and mind you all, she has extremely long list, okay, of currently all the stuff she wants me to crochet her. So, but this is kind of a more you know, something that's like ASAP that needs to be finished because so she can wear it for Halloween. So I'm excited about that. I may be dressing up with something in crochet too for Halloween, but I will have to get that. It's something I don't have done yet. So it's a cardigan I've had in mind since last year. So I don't know if I'll get started on it or not. We shall see. But I really do want to dress up this year. I love doing that. And I haven't gotten to for several years. So I have several more things here. Okay. So I had not finished. This is the Sunburst granny squares to make this cardigan. That is, the tutorial is from Priscilla Pate. I will link that in the description as well for these. It's a Scrappi cardigan made with these Sunburst granny squares. So I finished this one that wasn't completed last time. I finished another one of these. And so let's see. I also have started another one of both, although I just have the little circle where you start so far. But we did make our trip to Hobby Lobby on Saturday. I really wanted to go, of course, while it was 30% off. So I've started another one. This is the one that's mine, if you've been watching. So this is the I Love This Yarn in the color Orange Burst. So this is colorway, and then this is what I've got started. Just my little starter circle here. So I got this. I got 2 skeins of the Orange Burst. That's for my cardigan that I'm making. And then I also got 2 skeins of the, it's called Cobblestone Ivy. Now, I wasn't able to show this before because I was out of yarn. So you can actually see what this looks like now. See if that'll pick. There we go. Picks that up a little bit better. So it's really pretty. It's got brown, a brown in it, greens, like a yellow kind of a color, almost like the color of like yellow kind of color of baling twine, if you know what that looks like. Sorry, I'm a farm girl, y'all, so that's that's what you get. But I think this is gorgeous. I'm trying to see if that, yeah, there we go. You can see the kind of like camel color. It's really, really pretty. So there again, I just have, you know, my little circle. Started on that to make the next one. So I've got to check and see how many squares I need for my daughter. So the way that the tutorial is, you have, of course, the panel on the back with these squares. And then she has, like, the sleeves are also the granny squares. So I am not, I'm doing mine a little bit different. I decided from the get-go I wasn't going to do it like that, and I was just going to do, in other words, the back and the granny squares, and then I will just crochet the sleeves. The other part is, so let me back up a second. She has, excuse me, the whole thing is granny squares, okay? So in other words, like this would all be granny squares on this side and the arm. And then same thing over here and the arm. So I'm not doing mine like that though. I am doing the back and the granny squares, and then I intend to do these two up here, you know, the sides here and the granny squares, but I'm not going to do the arms and the granny squares. I'm just going to crochet sleeves. So I think that would be easier, and it's going to look fine like that. So I already have yarn picked out for this too. And this is for Ava. This one here, this colorway, the cobblestone ivy is the one that I'm doing for her, even though I wish I was making myself one in the same, because I might turn around and make myself one too in the same colorway. I really love it, and I kind of was hoping that she would tell me she didn't like it, but of course, because then I could just make it for me. But she, no, literally said, "Oh, I love that." So that's what it is. And then I have 2 blankets that I have been working on too. So I don't remember how big this was, but I've added several rows. If you remember from last week's video, if you've been watching, the Halloween blanket that I'm making, I ran out of the lime green yarn. So again, that was came from Hobby Lobby. So I purchased that at Hobby Lobby as well. And so I couldn't go any further. Sorry. I couldn't go any further on that blanket at that point, is my point. I'm getting there, I swear. So I was working on this other blanket, just because, like, why not? So I have gotten several more rows. Stand up to show you. I've gotten several more rows on this one. Let me move my yarn out of the way. Okay, so it's getting there. It's really about like baby blanket size right now. So that's not too bad. And honestly, haven't picked it up for several days. So I was just, last week when I couldn't work on the Halloween blanket, I was basically just working on this one. And this blanket is the Luck of the Draw 8. That's a tutorial on Creations by Jack's channel. It's not her pattern from what I understood, but in other words, she is the one that has shown the tutorial in the last year. I think it was last year for this. So I really like the pattern, and it's just very simple, y'all. I mean, it is, and it's really pretty. There we go. But so I've just been, that was just a little here and there, and I've gotten to a decent size on that. And again, I'm not in a hurry on this blanket, so let me get this folded up and I will show you the Halloween blanket, because I have been pushing to get it done. And I told myself last night, I'm going to get this blanket done. And I'm tired, I was just, couldn't do it. I was just exhausted. The blanket, of course, is getting bigger, growing, and that's normal. So, clearly it takes longer to do a row. And I was just sitting here last night and I could not. I was just so exhausted and tired. So I just had to call it quits basically and go to bed. So, but I did work on it a little today. I've had another chaotic, fun-filled day. And I mean, at least, like, I've been enjoying the weather and that, but we had to make a run this morning, my daughter and I, that was, like, to a place that's like 20 minutes away. So that was 40 minutes on the road, and then what we did there, and then I had to run uptown for something out, well, a couple places. And it's just been a busy day. Then ever since I got home, you know, I was like feeding her, and then I was working on the back of the building. And so it's been, I mean, I literally actually didn't come back in the building until just not long before I'm doing this video, basically. So I hung up a new outdoor light too, and we were checking that out because it's a motion censored light, and I had it actually those same lights at my other property, and so I finally got one set up here on the back of the building, and it is fantastic. So we were checking that out, you know, how nice that is to not actually have to like walk up to the back door in the dark and that kind of thing when we get home and stuff and it's dark. So yeah, I've just been busy, but I love, y'all, I'm telling you, mark my word, this dang blanket's going to be done by Friday. It is, I don't even know how big it is. It's gotten big. But I literally only have like, yeah, I have 10 rows left. So, or 9 now, 9 or 10. So the point is I'm almost done with where I'm going to end it at, basically. So here's the blanket. See how I can't even pick it all the way up. It's really long. And I love this. Isn't that gorgeous? My daughter absolutely loves this. And it's going to have, I do have it laying here, but it's buried. A spider web right in the middle. So this is my first Halloween blanket, and so I'm telling you, let's see. Oh yeah, this goes to the floor with me just sitting like this with it. It's long. And so I kind of hate to add, but I want to end on a certain color. I just have this in my mind where I'm going to end it. I don't know. It's just something told me the other day. Oh yeah, I like it like that. So I just want to end on a certain color, basically, next to another certain color. I know it sounds weird, but anyway, I am very proud of this. I love this so much. I think it's gorgeous. I can't wait to I should have already put the spider web on it, but I just keep crocheting, you know. That I actually have to sew onto it. So I just haven't sat down to do that, you know, and take the time to do that. It's easier to just sit down with this and just crochet. But yeah, I expect this to be done by Friday because, you know, I mean, I could cut it off and whatever and call it done now. But I just, I wanted to end it on a certain color and stuff. So anyway, I love this though. This is turning out absolutely fantastic. And so that's basically my WIPS. I am just thrilled with the blanket. I want to complete, of course, this blanket, just finish this off quickly and get going on these granny squares for the cardigans and get her hat done. I've got several other like Halloween crochet projects planned, so I'm really trying to kick it into overdrive and kick it in gear this month. Despite I haven't, I know, put out as many videos as I kind of was, and I apologize for that. I have just been dragging. I have also had something going on where I am just like, I just feel exhausted. and it's really have been hard at times to get through the day because I just want to go to bed basically. So I've had allergy issues and just several things. So um, just stuff that I'm dealing with, and that's normal. You know, it's and the autoimmune, and you flare up, and I've started having some things like my hands from the Raynaud's. I'm starting to get I've blisters again and that. So anyway, just really fun. It's like indication winter is coming because Raynaud's does not like cold. You know, for my hands and feet, that is. It's like not a good thing. So, but anyway, I have a lot of stuff planned yet for this month. Hopefully, I can push through and crank those things out because I would love to share all that with you, what I'm trying to do. Um, I love fall. I love Halloween, and it's absolutely my favorite. And the other thing is, you know, I'm also focusing on Christmas and have mental notes in my head of things I want to create for Christmas, as in for Christmas gifts, but also for other things as well. And you'll find out about that like at the beginning of December, probably. So, because I do have something really special planned that I would love to do at the beginning of December for in celebration of Christmas and to celebrate y'all. So that will be fun to do. So hopefully I can push through all this stuff, you know, and keep going. I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful. Like I said, the weather has been amazing here. I'm just thrilled for that because I'm not ready for the cold. My body's not either because that's a whole nother story. And I pray for the people that are suffering through the hurricane situation. That is really bad, terrible. It's really sad. So anyway, I am grateful and I appreciate every single day of my life. And I appreciate every single one of y'all. I love y'all so much. So many of you have just really touched me, and I'm just absolutely grateful for that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Have a great day, a great night whenever you're watching this. Bye.